All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Indianapolis Colts. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike 51. I'm not ready.
On first down, Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ready for this, man. Ready for this. They still playing suck.
To throw is Darnold. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Check. Here we go.
Darnold on first down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They're going to keep it on the ground. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Colts' 49-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Watch the safety creep. Inside.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 40 yards.
I'll tell you what, partner, let me go nostalgic here for a moment. You just don't see fullbacks use as weapons like we're seeing right now. Just think about 20 years ago. You had guys like Mike Allstott, Tom Rathman, Moose Johnston in Dallas. Now, it's almost something you never see. Throwing it to the fullback and letting him make a big play.
Check safety. Easy.
Now Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have.
Touchdown, Packers! A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Colts 12,
5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. It's Darnold. From the left side, it's complete. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On first down, it's Darnold. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's Darnold. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Faking the give, Darnold. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Drop deep, drop deep. Ready. Smooth. 7's the mic, folks. 7's the mic. Hey.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
9 yards to go.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. And this is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Watch left. Watch left. I know he ain't got it.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
I'm going to run you over 50. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. Hey, over. Watch the pass.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. Rodgers now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers flushed out right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Box it.
Now Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
26.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Check 26.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Preston Smith on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Watch the pass.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
We're going to sack. 47. Check, 47. Wildville.
Off of play action, Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. With it is Brown. 34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
319.
On play action, Rodgers out to his left. He gets this to Devontae Adams. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
26.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
258. Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Look again. 54. Look again.
Rodgers now on first down. And that's complete to Adams. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
54, right there.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
88.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now a carry for Brown. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On first down, Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, box truck.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And again, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Hauschka's kick is good, and that's going to tie things at 20. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
Here's Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on second down, Darnold.
The pass on second down. He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1 brings up third down and 11.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing on second and 14. Rodgers buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54 Mike. You don't want that, baby. You don't want that. Hey, you can
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go, G. Here I come.
The give to Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On third down, it's Taylor. Big hold of the 30. And finally brought down at the 38. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 38-yard line. Now, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Josh Jackson on the tackle.
Back now in Indianapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back now in Indianapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Darnold from the gun. And the pressure gets to him again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That close to taking a 4th quarter lead, but the goalposts, they had other plans.
I thought it was on target. It looked good off his foot, but then, doink, off the metal and out. And those are the kind of breaks that can definitely swing a ball game.
It was Justin Houston who got him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Check, 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 check. Hey, 626.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Rodgers. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down now. It's Taylor. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47.
Darnold on third down. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Indy. 56 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's go.
Now it's Darnold. Pass incomplete.
I remember growing up playing basketball, my coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Rodgers. Got a man, it's Brown. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. That's going to be caught by Richardson. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. To throw is Rodgers. The dump underneath to Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. It's caught here by Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Back to throw, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Darnold. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the